Hello, everyone. It's been a really long time. I have been busy making cards, trying to build my strength, walking the pups, finish treatment. Now we're waiting. So it is Wednesday, day before Thanksgiving. Hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving. I had someone ask me to make them cards for a birthday gift, but we kind of missed that date because it's definitely taken me longer to do anything. I had to do it when I ran out of steam, I had to quit. So this is the first card I was asked to make, thinking of you and with sympathy. Well, I don't think she meant for me to make this many, but I did. I got carried away. Every time I got an idea, I ran with it. I wanted to give her options too. So this is the first one. I did it with gold mirror card. This paper came out of one of those kits that I got at Hobby Lobby, and the 3D butterfly double. Then I did the thinking of you with the 3D foam tape, and then the 3 dots. And of course, handmade with love on the back. And then my plan is to do one of these on the inside and put the sentiment on this, the next size up. And then that way it'll be thicker on the front because you got a lot going on the front, and the back seems to be the thinner sheet because you have so much going on the back or on the front. So this will go like this, but it'll be the next step up. I have to make some for all of the cards. But so this will be probably out and leave maybe a quarter around it. And then it'll be the stitched edge, so it'll have more substance to the card itself. So when it stands up, it won't be flimsy, and it'll give the backside thickness. So there's that one. And I did number sheets so that she could tell me which one she wanted. She can just tell me the number instead of trying to describe it. And here's number 2, same paper. Just did a rectangle stitched edge with the mirror card, did it with the white, did the stamping on there, and then did the 3 mirrored dots, and then the large butterfly. This is what I want to show you also, is I made a bunch of these. It's an idea I got from Natalie, NB Cards. She has a die that cuts different sizes. Well, come to find out, I do too. This die has 4 sizes. So I cut out a bunch of these circles in a ton of colors. These little pots had the gold foil from Dollar Tree, which don't buy because it's garbage. Or I did it wrong, whatever. I just didn't like their foil, so I've got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 12 of these little pots, and there's all the different colors of the mirror card that I have, except for the holograph ones. So you will see them show up on my cards. And then I did this one, which I did the stitched. I'm like obsessed with the stitching now. I did a little bit of inking around the edge. I did a stencil just down the middle. That's another Natalie idea. And then did that little white piece, like a banner style, with white leaf and pink vellum leaf, just like the white one. And then did some of those diamond dots on it. And then mounted it on the card base. And this one, it's got that micro powder. This is pearl paper, pearlescence paper. But when you use the mica powder with the Mod Podge, mix it together, it gives a pearlesque look to it. So you're getting like a lavender and pink just from that one pink. And then I took that paper I got from Temu, which is looks like homemade paper with the strings in it. So not quite sure what that is. There's other things in that paper. I just didn't notice it before. It's got a little brown piece there. And then I took one of a corner filigree type to make it for like leaves. And then I did 3 of the resin dots and then did a thinking of you. I didn't do any stitching on this one. I just was, this was a lot going on here. So I thought maybe if I did stitching, it would be too much. But, and then did a really small thinking of you. And then this one is paper from I got from Temu, and I took the glossy accents and I put it on the watering can and the teapot. And then I did, oh, looks like I got some glossy dot there. No, oh yeah, there's one right there. Oh, this one there. Here's the third one. Usually 3. I don't know what I did with the third one. Oh, I didn't even notice there was a bird there. Goodness. I missed that. Thought it was flour. And then just did the foam. And then I have a sticker here that's pretty sticky in the middle, but it's like a washi sticker, so it's not very sticky, which is pretty neat because I just glued in the center. So it looks like it's coming off the card. And then this one I did a while back. You may have seen the video where this is black embossing powder. Oh, there's a piece of paper. It's got a number on it. And then I did this one with some glossy accents. This came in one of the things, I think the ephemera pieces I got from Walmart. I found this one and another one. It just so happened to be what she was wanting. So I didn't have to do extra yet. Like mine came out better. Just kidding. So then this was from Natasha. She was doing the acetate, doing the circles on the acetate. Well, I did the stitch card on the back. I don't think she did that. And popped up 3 of them and did the raise up on the little thing there. And then I did it on the tag too. I think these are pretty cool. I like this one because the color combination is really pretty. And then this one, these are Dollar Tree flowers. I had 6 of them on it, and I was like, no, let me do 1 of each. And then I got kind of carried away with the green. But it kind of pulls your eyes towards the colored patterned ones and these. And I raised up 3 of the green ones and raised up Thinking of You on the acetate with a stitched topper. This one's simple and pretty. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any blinginess to it. It's for an older woman, so I don't think she wants like blingy cards to hand out. But I think this one was pretty. And then when I cut this die out, I would have these circles too. So then quite a bit of them end up being what I put on the card, these smaller ones. Oops, sorry, hit the mic. So I pretty much used every part of these dies. And there's this one. This one's another stencil where I have 3 turquoise ink pads. So I did light, medium, and dark, and then stamped this with the darkest one. And then I did the 3 enamel, or not enamel, 3 resin dots. And then I added a white leaf with a piece of vellum on the stitched and put on card base. Then these was paper I got from Temu, and I used the glossy accents on the eyes and the nose. It's so stinking cute. And then I just put 1 dot because that was that 1 flower, so I just did 1, and then did the raising up of the sentiment. I thought that one was cute. And then this one's cute too. I did his eyes, nose, and his tongue, or hers, and then did the yellow centers for the flowers, and then did the thinking of you, raised that up. Then I had done these 2 a while back, but I thought they were super cute because I had done the hello, so it was an option for her. But the glasses, I ended up putting the glossy accent on the glasses and his nose. So I couldn't help it. That was so stinking cute. And then the kitty, pretty blue eyes, I did it on her eyes and the nose. So it's got a little shine on the eyes and the nose. Super cute. And then had some polka dot papers. And this is the other thinking of you on the set that I got from Walmart. And then I just put 3 pink dots there and 2 gold ones there. Pretty simple. And then here is another stencil, light, medium, dark. Did the medium color, added 3 of those mirror card circles, and then added 3 leaf branches, and then added some of the glossy accents as like the dewdrops, the rain dew, and then just hit the edge with the ink so that it brings out the edging, and it kind of brought out stitching too, which I didn't do it for perfection. I kind of wanted to do it because I didn't intentionally do a clean blend with the stencil, so I wanted it to do the same for the edge. This one's an old one, made a long time ago when I had done these papers with the Mod Podge and the mica powder, where I finally figured out, I think I had done a whole bunch. And I think this was the sprays. I think that's what it was. It was when I first made the sprays with the mica powder. So that was a really long time ago, and I hadn't used it. And I went on a bender of making the pattern of bringing the 2 pieces together to do a pattern. And then I just added a square that has a center cutout, like a frame, stitched frame. Then put that in the middle, and then did 3 dots of my resin dots. This is an oldie too. This was a embossing folder. Don't know why I bought it. I bought it because of the butterfly, but not my favorite one. And then I did a small thinking of you. These are just touched with ink finger blenders, I think. I don't even remember. That's how long ago it was, but that's what it kind of looks like because it's not very neat. It's kind of like an abstract hair blending. I did this one a while back, so I offered that one to her with the pink mirror, the vellum, the metal pieces. If she wants it, then I'll have to redo the centers and use a different glue because all of them, I think, but one popped off just moving the cards around in my stack. So I go, oops, there goes another one. They're not staying, so I probably have to use like an E6000 or something. Yeah, there's only one left, and it's a little silver ball. So if she wants that one, then I'll fix it. I didn't even stamp the back yet, but all my cards have handmade with love, and I've got 2 different stamps that say that. And then this was a set that I had done a while back, and I have this 4-piece stamp that has these individual flowers. It's kind of like a Andy Warhol, and I just kept it simple with 3 pieces of bling. I had stamped it in black, and then all the areas that were blank spaced, I colored with an alcohol marker, and then just cut it and coordinated it with the paper on the back to kind of frame it, to pull out the color some more out of the flower with the white trim. And I need to add another dot to this one because that dot, there's supposed to be 3 on that one, and it disappeared. So that's how it popped off from being shuffled around in the stack. So that's 24 of these that she has to choose from. And the inside, she has these sentiments to choose from. Just a card to say I'm thinking of you, a note to say I'm thinking of you, and thinking of you with love. So that's that set. I had done this because my mic had died because it had been so long since I charged it, and it wasn't holding a charge, so I had to just let it charge for 2 days at least. And I was playing around, and I bought a couple of things. So I was playing, and I made this card. Different. It's kind of out there. It's smooshing and splatting and kind of just adding multiple colors in the area. There's an olive, and then I just added a butterfly, and I had colored it on both sides. So if you see it from an angle, you'll see the back side of the butterfly is colored too. And then just added some of those little mirrored circles that I have. And then I made this one. This was white cardstock, and I colored it with one of my watercolor markers. Did gold embossing on this. Did gold metallic marker for the outline and the dots. It's on this is on foam. This was from a wreath. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. This is a wreath that has these petals, or these little baby leaves on it with the flowers. So I clipped them out so there would be a leaf for each one, and I did these too, so I'm going to cut these up and use these also. And then it's a pattern paper on the back side with a solid green placed on top of a card. So this one was fun because there's a lot of technique. Oh, I had also put some gold metallic pens, dots in the circles, and then added some glossy accents to the circles, so they're raised. So that one was fun. But I probably should have added another on top of these because it's pretty flat, but this would be okay for mailing. But if I was to do something like this again, I would add a second on top of all of those so that it would have some dimension to it too. So maybe I'll do another one of those. But what I did do is I bought these. Not expensive at all either. 5 and some change for 10 metallic markers, double-ended. One's like a watercolor brush, water paint brush, and then there's more of a tip. You can rub it on your glass mat, spray some water, and that's what I ended up doing with this one, is you get two different colors. So this one is without water. It's kind of got that darker metallic color. This color right here has water. It was watered down. So you can get two colors from one of these markers. Oops. And I colored around the flower with the pink one. And I did some of this pearl color in the center and pulled some of the pink so it wouldn't be a yellowy color. But this has silver, that cream color, and pink. So it's kind of grungy type. So I've tried the silver. I've tried this light green, the pink, and this pearl one. I still have to try this teal, blue, purple. Oh yeah, I did the gold too. This is pewter and copper. It even shows you what colors you have. I was gonna buy watercolor metallic paints. Now I don't even need to. And I also took one of my stamps and stamped it. I scribbled the metallic marker on my glass mat, took my stamp, and just kept picking up the metallic and then stamped it. So if you wanted even more filled in, then you could probably do that to your platform, put the stamp on the platform, and just keep adding the marker to it, and you could probably get a cleaner stamp, which I'm sure I will try in the future, but I'm pretty sure that it'll come out clean. And then I also got, which I wanted these, but I haven't fully tried them out yet. I just colored the poinsettias, whatever you call it. But this set has all of these colors: the red, pink, orange, yellow, 2 shades of green, and then 2 shades of blue, 2 shades of purple, brown, and black. And this was only 5 something, which I wanted these markers, but I'm liking this brand too. This King art is pretty good. It's Walmart, and I'm really liking these sets that I've gotten from there. Oh, my throat's drying out. Okay, so here's the other set that I did. This is the sympathy one, where I grabbed some more sentiments that fit with sympathy. And this is, you're in my thoughts, friend. You're in my thoughts. So I just took some low-tack tape and covered the friend so it wouldn't stamp. Covered it when I inked it and then peeled it off. And so you can pick and choose parts of what you want stamped. Pretty cool. Bless your heart. And I just wanted to say, so sorry for your loss. So those can go inside the cards. So these are the sympathy ones that I made for her to pick from. I don't think she wants them all. I mean, it's kind of a lot. I just wanted to make sure she had some options. So this one's that paper kit again that I got from Hobby Lobby. I did the embossing folder on that piece. I did some holographic embossing powder on this. Put a little bit of pink in the middle. Put a little bit of brown distress oxide, and then added some of those diamonds and just mounted them on a similar color to what was on the flowers. And I think it turned out pretty. And then this one, these two came out of that set also. And I had a strip of that polka dot paper, and I had stencil that has little different size circles. So I did this is something that Natalie does quite a bit of. And then I just added the 2 double stacked stickers that have the puffy sticker, 3D puff squares in there. I never call it the right name. And then just added the with sympathy and added that all onto a stitched card and then put it on a card. And we got this one. This is another paper from Temu. I did the double butterflies, put the plain one down, and then did the holograph and a little bit of pink ink on the butterfly. Did the with sympathy, pulling some of the dark, very dark colors from this, and threw some glossy accents on it and placed it on the card top on the card. Nothing extensive. Did again, doubled up the butterfly, put the base down, did some glossy accents in the middle, did some inking, and also did the holographic embossing powder. And then did the with sympathy. I added a few of the glossy accent dots, and then did the foam tape on just this flower, and did the foam tape to raise the sentiment. This one I did, I want to say a year ago actually. I added some glossy accents to it, added the bow to it, tried to make that color in ink because I don't have it. I came close, but not close enough. But it's okay. But it's the napkin on cardstock with Mod Podge. And it's pretty card. And then she said there was probably going to be a couple of male ones that she would want. So I did this. I had cut out a long time ago, the stitched edge. And I was like, male card, I can use that. And then I did this embossing, which is that antique looking design. And then I added the mirror circles on the 4 corners, added a few of the leaves, and attached it to the card front. Then this one is the mica powder. On those pages that I did where I mixed it and then brushed it onto paper, let it dry. So you got some teal, and then I did some teal on the paper, and then I did some, this was the periwinkle color of the mica powder. Got a little bit of teal right here, so kind of pulling those colors together. And then added some leaves, back that sympathy with sympathy on a blue backing. So you got 2 with blue and 2 with teal. And then added a few glossy accent dots. There's this one, which is this paper I got from Temu. I love this paper because it's vintage looking. Then I had this die cut. These are the resin dots, some of the resin dots I had made. And then I stamped the with sympathy, added the 3D foam, and just mounted it on the card. And it opens this way. And then, same. Green polka dot. This dragonfly, I did some glossy accent here. Did the with sympathy, trying to get as close to this color as I could. And then added 3 diamond dots. And then we're back to these. Simple, kind of played a little bit with color. Had that die cut, that die, did it on the stitching on the acetate sheet, did a few dots, a few circles. These 2 have stitching, this one doesn't because this one came out of here. and I just cut it to fit on the acetate, and then put it on the stitching, and then put it on card. Same thing with this one. Added the different patterns, and did the with sympathy on a 3D foam, raised up these three, add some dimension to it, then the stitch card in the back, and mounted it on the card. This one's my favorite one, I think, because I think I really like the paper combination of these because of the hydrangeas, the stripes, this paper, and then this color, which is pulled from the hydrangeas. I like that one too. This is one of my favorites. Very simple, but it's embossed. It's a gray paper, but it's got like really light gray lines in it, like a check pattern. And then I put it in a embossing folder with a bunch of flowers. And then I took these silver circles and put them on 3 of the flowers, stamped it with sympathy in gray, and then did the 4 in the corners. This is a corner punch. This is not a die because this was just a square or a rectangle piece of paper. And I have a corner punch that cuts the corners out that way that I've had for over 20 years. And I just did the corners, and then I looked at it and I was like, ooh, I could stick the silver dots in the 4 corners. And I really like this one, even though there was not much done to it. Then we got this one, which is the old Victorian style embossing folder with this vintagey looking paper with vellum over it. I put the 5 diamond pieces with the sympathy, and of course, to get vellum to not show the glue, you put it behind things. So I put a dab of glue behind those and behind that, and then attached it to the page. So you don't even go like this all day. It's not going anywhere because it's got the adhesive behind it, so you don't see it. And then I did this one, which looks like it's got a basket weave, similar. Yes, I think it's the same paper, just a different spot on the page, and it's the basket weave print. And then I took pink vellum and did 2 colors, the 2 pinks, really light pink, and then a brighter pink, and pulled that color in, and did the mounting tape. And then so of course I put glue behind these, and then behind this, so that it sticks down in that corner in the center. And then this is a paper from Temu. I had added glossy accent to this butterfly and this butterfly. They almost look like 3D stickers. And then added 3 of my resin dots, and then added the sympathy. Very simple, not over the top. Then I had done this page. I'd done this card a while back, but I didn't have any sentiment on the front. And digging through the stack of cards that I've made that I still had left over, I had another paper here, and I peeled it off and cut another piece to put here. And then I had put some glossy accent on that, and then 3 spots over here. So it's you get strips all the same size, you lay one down, you glue it down, and then you go from this spot and you glue it down, and then you go from this spot and glue it down. It doesn't, and then you do here and go across. You're just meeting the 4 to make a triangle. And then there's actually a die that does this. I didn't have patience to do that. I don't even remember how I did it, but I think I did it without measuring. I think I like stuck a piece of paper here and just trimmed so that it would be equal in size. Probably used the cutter so that it would do the same. Now I'm babbling. I would have to do this one to explain it. I think I've done this in a video a while back. I don't even remember how far back. Then I've got this one, another embossing folder. It's got the 5 going across and then up and down and across. The whole pattern's like that. It's almost like a piece of steel, the design, but which is pretty masculine. But I wanted to see what it would look like on this delicate paper, and it's not horrible. I put a little bit of glossy accent there, and on these pink flowers. I thought about over here too, but then I didn't want it to be too much because this was already taken up attention. So I didn't want you to lose too much because of the embossing's busy too. And then, but just put it on the card front. And then this one, I was gonna color that bird red like a cardinal, and I'm like, thank goodness I didn't, because it would have really ruined this paper, because this paper's not designed to be bold. It's more softer toned, more antique looking. So I did the glossy accents on it, and then just did the simple. It was a rectangle, and I just cut, corner punched the 2 sides and left these pointed. And then this is the last one. My dots didn't come out very good. I got to try to fix them again. But my dragonfly has a dot there, there, and there. And then I took some gray and put some gray, and then I did the glossy accent. There's that embossed filigree type pattern on Victorian vintage looking paper on a card topper. So I gotta figure out how to make these look better. I don't know how to make them look better, because these two look like weird, and that one looks weird too. So I think I'll hit it with glossy accents again before I call it a night. But these are all the mirror cards, all the mirror paper that I have that I took that die. So you'll see more of these colors show up on my cards. I don't know if I put it away or not. These. Yeah, I think I put it away. Oh, my back is killing me. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night. But it's a die that cuts out 4 sizes. And then you've got the frame, so I can use those in cards. So you may see those show up on cards too. I think that's it. The next time I'll be uploading a video will be when I play with my epoxy resin, because I promised that I would do that next after I showed these. So that'll be my next thing. So possibly Thursday night. So today's Wednesday night. Possibly Thursday or Friday morning or something like that. Probably upload it if I'm not hurting too much or too exhausted. But I appreciate you watching. And I guess I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.